Now that we got the hookshot after defeating Master Stoffels for the 4th time, we can now navigate the rest of the dungeon and also reach several hidden treasure chests which contain a lot of secret rupees. One thing that's cool about the hookshot is now we can defeat these iron masks significantly easier. All we have to do is hit them from the side, or if we hit them from the front, we'll actually pull off their mask. So either way, they are rather easy. Head to the right along the top portion. You can hook on over to this treasure chest and open it up to get 200 rupees. This will come in use as after this dungeon we are going to need a total of 300 rupees to get the next ocarina song. So that's good. We want to backtrack to this screen over here, defeat the 2 iron masks, and then head through the door above. We haven't actually been through this area yet. You'll notice there's an arrow hanging down. This is a sign that we're actually going to need arrows in just a bit. Hookshot across. You could have actually done this earlier by using Rock's Feather, but you would be stuck here. You wouldn't be able to hookshot to this treasure chest. So hookshot over, open it to get another small key. We wanna, if you don't have full arrows, jump up and get the arrows, as like I just said, we are gonna need arrows in just a second here. On this screen, the door above will close, but if you go to the right side, you can use the hookshot to pull open the bridge, and this will allow you to reach the room above. You can use the small key we just got on the locked door, and here's the next dungeon mini boss, and it's in the form of 2 Gohmas. One thing that's really strange about this mini boss is it's completely optional. You actually don't even need to fight these guys. But if you'd like, what it really does is it creates a warp portal which will allow you easier access to the dungeon boss if you actually die. Gohma, it takes 3 hits with 3 arrow hits in each of their eyes to defeat them. So just walk back and forth, and if you stand right in front of Gohma, there's a higher chance that they will peek out with their eye. Otherwise, they try these other like slow dash attacks, and they really are quite easy. It's just a matter of them actually showing their eye, allowing you to hit them. After they are defeated, a warp portal will appear. You can actually go through the top portion. It leads to a staircase, but that's actually going to lead to a dead end because we don't actually have another small key or the nightmare key. And we actually don't even need to go through that staircase, as there's an alternate method of reaching that same exact area. If you pause and you look at your map, you'll notice there are 3 treasure chests which we haven't gotten yet. One of those contains a small key which we will need to get, while the other contains some more extra rupees, which is very nice since, like I said, we're going to need 300 rupees. You could head to the left here, and in this path, this will actually lead to the nightmare key. But we're going to head back to the right first. Just push the block and head back north. There was a couple of rooms here which we didn't really visit, or, well, one room. And there was also other portions of rooms that we were never able to reach this treasure chest here. But now that we have the hookshot, we can reach it now. First, if you want to go to the right side, to the room on the right, on the bottom entrance, there's some extra bombs here. The purpose of these extra bombs was, it was meant for if you didn't have bombs when fighting the Master Stoffels, but because we just got the bomb upgrade, we had plenty of bombs. You can open the treasure chest here to get 50 rupees. So that should bring you up to at least 250 that we got right away in this dungeon. Then you can grab on over and get the small key that's in that treasure chest. And there's one more treasure chest here. If you open up the path with the hookshot, you can hookshot over, and that will bring our total rupees over 300. So right away we have enough in order to get the next upgrade. Push the block and then head to the room to the left. You want to head through the passage to the north. One thing that's really annoying, anytime you walk up to these blocks, if you don't have the Pegasus boots, it says, maybe we can break these things. And it's just like the compass. It's the same thing over and over and over, where like even after it happens once, twice, 3 times, it still keeps coming up. Kind of annoying, but we want to dive underneath this little hole here. And hey, it's another new enemy in the form of Bloopers. These are yet again more Mario-based enemies. They're like jellyfish that float around, and they're from the original Super Mario Brothers, and they're really easy to defeat. One hit with the hook shot will do them in. There's also a Gohma there. If you remember, if you step on the Gohma's head, it will actually give you 1 recovery heart, so it's worth noting. Over here, extend the bridge and head on over to the treasure chest and open it up to get the Nightmare's key. Now we want to backtrack a couple screens. The bloopers will have respawned since we reached a new floor. And again, you can go and kill that Goomba if you want to get the recovery heart. If not, just progress to the right and then swim on up and resurface at this end of the room. If you notice on the sides of this room, there's lights, and if you like create a path between the lights, they will cross in the middle of this deeper pond. Later on in the dungeon, we actually could have reached it earlier. We will see an owl statue that says there's a secret where the lights would intersect. So I want to mention it now, even though we're not going to get the owl statue until just a second here. So we want to travel through this sequence, and once we resurface, there's a couple shrouded Stoutfuls here, so defeat them. And then head right to screen, and here's that owl statue I was just referring to. If you read it, talk to the owl statue, it says, "Dive under where torchlight beams do cross." So that's what it was referring to. So head right, and there's a staircase here, and this is the staircase that leads to the Gohmas, basically. So we just jump right over it, unlock the door, and then head up to fight the dungeon boss, or the Nightmare. So, you are the outsider, come to wake the windfish. Kihihihi, I shall eat you. I love how its S's in its language are very elaborate. Anywho, here is the dungeon boss known as Slime Eel. He will create a hole in the middle, and its tail will be wagging with sort of like a spiked ball at the end of its tail. It will crack open 4 holes in the 4 walls around the room. Its head will come out from one of the walls, and you have to be quick and use the hook shot to pull out its head. And this will unveil part of its body, and one of the circles on its body will hold its heart. At this point, you want to just slash away repeatedly as many times as you can on its heart. And there really isn't much to it. This is just, it's rinse, wash, and repeat, the same thing over and over and over. One thing worth noting is if you get hit while you're pulling it out by the tail, or if you just pull it out really late, sometimes its heart won't be revealed, but instead the entire body of Slime Eel will be pulled out, and it will run around the room trying to defeat you. Its attacks, it's basically if it contacts you or its tail, those are its only form of attacks, and they take 1 full heart, but if you have the blue tunic, it will take much less than that. So just keep repeating the same process until Slime Eel has been defeated. You don't seem to know what kind of island this is. What a fool. It's yet more mystery that there's something strange about this island. Nevertheless, pick up the heart container, which will increase our overall health to 10 full heart containers. Head up a screen and pick up the wind Marimba. This is the 5th instrument of the sirens, so it'll play a nice little jingle just as usual, and that will pretty much do it for Chapter 5. Join me for Chapter 6, where we will get the 6th instrument of the sirens.